I know. Well, they're rebooting the Resident Evil movies, but I don't know whether Paul W.S. Anderson is going to do any more. The CGI movies that they release, they managed to get better as time went by because, you know, they do follow the game's canon to a degree, but the latest one was fucking stupid. They actually made a cure that took people back from zombies into actual people. I can think of at least 5 problems that would have. Since zombies can, you know, survive with bullet wounds and, you know, parts of their bodies missing, what if a guy has lost his entire lower body as a zombie and is still going, but then he's turned back into a normal human?
And he can't get the taste of flesh from his mouth.
Especially if he's eaten his wife. He's got to live with the fact that he can taste his wife's hair. Yeah, I mean, I did enjoy Kingdom Hearts 2.8, even if it was literally just like an hour, like a 2-3 hour demo. I know.
Oh, I think I accidentally deleted the ship.
Oh crap! Don't you have like a blueprint?
and now Donald, Goofy, and Sora are going to explode due to the lack of air.
Oh.
Yeah, I never really liked the gummy ship building.
No, I don't understand how it works. Really.
I'll just stick a bunch of shit together. Maybe Yuffie.
You can pretty much meet Yuffie the second you get access to a forest. You can meet Yuffie.
Yeah, but early on it's hard.
Thankful. Oh god. All right. Right, I found a way out. As you'll probably know from this, I was always hopeless at Lego.
You're not allowed in the Lego world, you're filthy casual.
One of my favourite places in this game.
Oh yes. Danny DeVito.
Actually, it's Robert Constanzo in this.
Can a man not dream?
Oh wait, I can't move the pedestal yet. I think that means I've got to go
No, you can't.
back.
No, you can't do it. It's part of the story. You're meant to try and move it, but then you can't. I think you just gotta try pushing it, but then you just tell Phil you can't, and he turns around and realizes it's you.
Since when have you been such a little?
So yeah, he tells you to push it, but you can't.
Oh, wrong guy.
Now we're gonna talk to him.
Here? This here's the world-famous Colisseum, heroes only. And I got my hands full preparing for the games, so run along, pipsqueaks. Look, it's like this. Heroes are coming from all over to fight ferocious monsters right here in the Colisseum.
Hercules!
God, the PS1 game.
That was a really hard game.
It was hard, but it was fun as hell. It was the first PS1 game I actually owned.
Mine was Abe's Odyssey.
It was one of my early ones as well, as was Abe's Odyssey.
Yeah, I had the demo of Abe's Odyssey, because when I first got my PS1, Sony would send me like a demo every month.
Yeah.
And the first one I got had Abe's Odyssey and Tekken 2 on it. Then I actually got the physical version of Tekken 2 and Hercules with the PS1. And then my Tekken days started from there. Then my Resident Evil thing came through, and Liz is still terrified of the lickers. I know, Liz is going, they shouldn't exist. Nothing in Resident Evil should exist, that's the bloody point. They're sins against nature. Hope this is Chris's blood.
You know, you ain't bad, kid.
Over and over
Looks
again.
Like I'm headed for the games.
Afraid not.
Why not?
2 words. You guys ain't heroes.
Until Dawn is fun, though. It is pretty much just a giant movie, though.
Right.
Right, it was free on the PSN.
Thunder.
Thunder!
Come on.
But I haven't.
Fire. Take that.
Why are you having Dragon Ball?
Why not? Got a problem?
This is it.
Not at all. I've already done that. But, yeah, abilities. I ain't got no abilities.
Well, why don't you go out and get some fucking abilities?
Becky's way too good for that.
I know she's way too good for that,
Oh,
but keep in
God.
mind, this is WWE.
It's
They'll ruin
James Woods!
Wait, let me guess.
Oh,
you
fuck.
went into the games, right?
Oh, James Woods and... Yeah, what would I know about fun? Fucker. Need to calm down. I will not calm down!
It's all
This
you.
is
Oh,
the
I
guy
can't
who's...
I wanna.
Kid.
Oh, God.
Just remember, this is the guy who survived being killed in Family Guy by stealing a 16-year-old girl off the streets and sucking her life energy out so he could live. We can definitely say that these people are not really, you know, that the Greek gods aren't really progressive.
When was Sonic 06 released?
2006.
Yes, but the day.
I have
Give
returned.
Antoine an alcoholic cousin that pisses on all of his pot plants. Because that's what quirky television is all about.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I don't know if you. We passed our record for most comments last night by about 3 times. We ended up with like
Right.
about 650 comments.
Haha.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Some of which were a 12-year-old telling me to suck his dick. But most of which were quite civil conversations.
Alright.
With a friend of mine that I met over Twitter.
Please let me be on the show. I'll suck your dick.
See ya.
The preliminaries.
Let me in the preliminaries. I'll suck your dick. Oh yeah, Ollie, don't you remember that you got another Keyblade?
Oh yeah. I don't like that one though.
So it does. Damn it! If it does, it's all about stats, Ollie.
And this was the very first time Steve Burton voiced Cloud, and he's done it ever since.
Yep.
You know, I was so happy when in Advent Children they announced that Steve Burton was voicing Cloud, because I was like, yes, we got the guy from Kingdom Hearts.
Hercules was the Jesus of his time.
He was the one that inspired Superman.
I mean, a casualty or two along the way. It's no big deal, right? Gee,
Edgelord.
stiffer than the stiffs back home.
Well, I suppose it didn't matter.
It did. No, it doesn't matter. Ollie just got his ass kicked by Cloud. That's respectable enough.
Yeah. Like I say, back in school, I used to make fun of, like, we all used to make fun of, like, Cloud's outfit in this game.
What, the fact that he looks like he's eaten Vincent Valentine and gone all Sonic Boom with his sword?
Yeah. Because,
Nah, Bleach would have ripped him off.
yeah. And, one of the jokes I made is like, it's like, I used to write like this fan fiction. It's like what happened to the Final Fantasy characters after Final Fantasy VII, and what I put for Cloud is like Cloud went from city to city doing Vincent impressions. And then Vincent turned up one night and says, "Give me my stuff back, you thief."
We all start somewhere, and we're not always proud of the first things we make. Believe me, one of my first comedy outings is actually something I'm completely embarrassed by.
Yeah.
It ended up with me dressed up as Ganesh. You know, beating up an Indian guy.
Oh dear.
Going against their religious belief of, you know, arranged marriages. Literally walking onto the stage screaming, "I am the elephant god Ganesh. This wedding angers me. All will die unless it is stopped."
Oh dear. From The Simpsons.
Yes.
You are not Ganesh. Ganesh is peaceful.
You're only making me happy. Feel my wrath. You should have Pooh's face. Oh God. I am Ganesh. This wedding angers me. Oh, die unless.
Kid, I got 2 words of advice
Oh,
for
he goes,
you.
"I am Ganesh. I demand you to get back together, or I'll suck at your blood." Blah, blah.
Blah blah blah. Oh, I used to have so much fun with this boss.
Bad doggy. Bad.
Yeah, the heartless
I mean,
version of
just remember-
Ansem's voiced by Billy Zane in this game.
And just remember that Mr. Spock can't be in this. Spock can't come back. Leonard Nimoy, the voice of Galvatron.
I remember being amazed that they brought in Christopher Lee as Ansem in the second game.
I was just about to mention that he was in the second game.
Yeah. And then he died and was replaced by Corey Burton,
Thus, I do hereby
Wow.
dub the junior heroes
who actually does a
and
really
confer
awesome
upon
Christopher
full
Lee
rights and
impression.
privileges to participate
It's like he
in
was
the
still
game.
there.
Further,
Oh, and this is the game where Sean Astin voices Hercules, the one and only time he does it.
I didn't know it was Sean Astin.
It was Sean Astin, yeah. But then, from the next game onwards, he was replaced by Hercules' original actor,
No
Tate
problem.
Donovan.
We'll start by proving ourselves in the games.
Well, if Samwise Gamgee turns up in the next one, I don't know. Disney somehow buys the rights to Lord of the Rings for some
Okay.
reason.
We'll be back.
Oh, speaking of which, have you heard the news that Amazon are looking into a Lord of the Rings TV series?
I have heard.
Yeah.
God,
It was
why?
like-
Between us,
The movies are fine. The movies are already the best version of the story. And yes, I'm
Yeah.
counting the book. The movies are better. I'm sorry, they are.
Yeah, they are.
I don't
And we
know if
don't
you...
talk about the animated ones.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, save me, Mr. Frodo! Oh, hooray!
Oh, God. There was a PC
no,
game about
Charles.
the animated ones. Well, there was a game about the animated ones. I had it.
So, why did you go along with him anyway?
Ah, Cloud, you have
looking
every
for
right to be angsty.
Hades promised to help.
Well, let's face it. He was basically
I
the
tried to
third
exploit
man
the
in a
power of darkness.
two-person relationship and didn't
backfired.
realise it. And he never really
fell into
bothered to
darkness.
settle down with
and
Tifa.
I couldn't find.
What about Zangan and his dungeon of fisting?
Don't lose sight of it.
Yeah,
Name one
was
of
all-
those moves that
How about
doesn't
a
sound
rematch
like a sex
sometime?
move.
Fair and square. No
Don't let me
more
dolphin blow you.
I think I'll
Dolphin
pass.
blow. And guess who inherited that move?
Who?
Zell.
Oh, yeah, so he did.
Come back, Lee.
and this is where you go back to town.
He's
We have to go
he's
back.
kind. He's always there for
To
you.
the
And he's
future.
handsome to boot. He's perfect.
What are we doing here? Oh, it's the only way we can get around without the seahorses getting here. What? Oh yeah, seahorses took over. Complete domination. Yeah. Can't believe none of us saw it happening.
What are you worried about? All the pieces are in place. Relax. Whoa, 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 whoa. Here's what you do. Let Hercules train the kid. In the next games, I'll take care of them both.
So you're going to take on the extra
Who
bosses?
invited you to the party?
Yeah.
Stay out of this. This is my show.
Because I remember.
As you wish.
Yeah,
I remember
Kurt
what.
Caesar.
Fight to your heart's
Oh
content.
God, Kurt. What
You know
kind
he
of
was
a
actually
name?
named after a winner of a competition.
Yeah. They're like. Well, they didn't go up to Kurt and say, "Can you think of a good name for a monster?" But no, they just had to name him after the winner. It's like. Kurt is like. It's like the least imaginative name for a monster.
Kurt Caesar.
Kurt. Hey, how you doing?
One of my ring bearer was called Kurt.
Yeah, but this is a monster we're talking about.
Okay, granted, Kurt isn't a monster. He's a bisexual chimera.
Ring bearers turn into monsters eventually, though.
Oh God, you just had to go there, didn't you? Ring bearers just have to be monsters. Are you implying Kurt is a ring wraith?
Eventually, not yet.
Come on! Patrick Stewart's keeping him on the right side. And before you ask, yes, his university professor was actually Patrick Stewart.
Yes, well that's great, but without the purifying light of Patrick Stewart.
But are you suggesting that Patrick Stewart is not pure enough?
No, I'm saying that he can't be in close proximity to Patrick Stewart forever.
Maybe not. I'm struggling to finish that sentence. But the thought of Patrick Stewart's purifying light will somehow fix things.
Well, it normally does. You've seen Star Trek: The Next Generation, haven't you?
Yeah. No! No!
Thanks for watching these highlights. If you enjoyed what you saw, then hit that subscribe button for future highlight reels. If you want to catch the full streams, they're all archived over on my gaming channel, Ollie Games. And if you want to catch them live, you can head on over to twitch.tv/OllieJohnson. Thanks, and I'll see you there, hopefully.